Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today's May 13th, 2019, and today is Monday morning. So no major economic events scheduled for today, but a lot happening geopolitically around the world. And we're going to start out with the Forex symbols. Aussie dollar is back on its lows versus the US dollar. Other majors are pretty much mixed, and that's really on the back of last week's trade war between United States and China. I think there's a little bit of a fog in the market as to where that's headed. And as you guys know, when there's a little bit of uncertainty in the markets, the first thing to go and the first thing to sell off is the equity markets, the stock markets. So the Dow Jones gaps down this morning over 200 points, and we expect the volatility to actually continue. Okay, the JSE as well sold off big last week as a result of the elections down in South Africa. There was anticipation and some hope that there would be some sort of government change, and alas, there was not. And as such, the markets did sell off. Okay, now this morning we had another issue happening in the Straits of Hormuz. As we look at commodities, oil should be actually bouncing here. Okay, gold and oil both flat though, and so it's kind of questionable why the markets aren't moving right there. Maybe we expect some further sell-off in oil as a result. Now, lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoin exploded on the upside last week. It was a tremendous rally last week, over 1,000-point rally. We'll take a look at that as well, and we'll look at some other opportunities of what we can expect from today's trading. So I just want to highlight this. We're looking here at the Aussie USD, as we can see right there. Sorry, and I'm focusing you here to this massive move. This nice little spike, as you can see here, the green bar as it spiked last week, and that was really in relation to the interest rate decision last week, and you could see the massive sell-off that we had afterwards, which is called the fade. Okay, so for any of you who have attended some of my educational material, this is a classic setup, okay, where you have a spike and then there's a correctional move upside on the downside, or the on the counter move, and this is exactly what we saw. Now, sold even further from that. Now, we took a position here short, okay, in the anticipation that it was going to actually, correct itself on the downside. As you can see, a week later, we're at 69.73. Now, this is really testing really multi-year lows, okay? If we jump into a weekly chart, you can see that a little bit clearer. We've breached this 140-ish level, as you can see there, and now we're just breaking even further down and possibly testing this 6800-ish level. Okay, now the economy down in Australia is a little bit challenged right now, and as a result, you could see that in the currency being challenged as it's gotten weaker versus the dollar. Now, we may have some further weakening here from some further sell-off here, okay, but it's really got to break this 69-ish level. Okay, it's got to break this 68-ish 50-ish level to really be a bona fide sell-off. So with that said, you want to keep this in view in the anticipation that it may still go down. Now, jumping to gold and the commodities, they're really flat. Okay, nothing to really write home about. Okay, if we look at gold, it's trading at 1283. It's been at 1286 last week. Okay, not really trading much, but I do expect it to have some sort of volatility into this week because of what's been going on in the Strait of Hormuz. One of the Saudis' oil tankers has been, actually attacked, and is setting some more unrest in the Middle East between the United States and Iran, between Saudi Arabia and Iran, and so this showdown will eventually happen. It's just a matter of how it'll actually, parade itself. So looking here at oil, trading at 61.88, I do expect it to actually continue rallying today. Okay, so keep an eye on that. If it does rally today, it's something to keep an eye on, as this is potentially may still go up higher. Okay, we've been in a very tight range here, as you can see here, but as it's this morning, we may get like a little bit of a bounce. Okay, so just be aware of that. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, all right, now this morning we gapped down, as you can see here. All right, this massive gap. We're looking at a 15-minute chart, and then we see this massive sell-off right here. Okay, that is happening in front of us. Okay, massive, I mean, 50 points in less than a minute. Okay, so it's not massive in terms of 1,000 points, but within the time range that we're trading right now, this is really a big sell-off. So potentially this can go back down to this 25,400-ish level. Okay, and you can expect this volatility to continue. Okay, and some kind of situation between the United States, or some sort of agreement, excuse me, it was more correct word, between the United States and China will have to happen. But the question is when. And until that happens, I think we could expect further volatility, because it may mean that China will retaliate. Okay, some sort of tariffs on America, some tariffs on American services, whatever, that will actually happen, or how it will happen is still the question, but it will happen as long as there's no agreement. Okay, so keep an eye on the Dow Jones, as it will be the barometer and probably the most affected by this tension between the US and China. Now, looking at the JSC, and we're looking at a 1-hour chart. Let's take a look at that. Okay, we gapped down, as you can see here, on May 3rd, and then challenged this 52,490-ish level. That was our support level for quite some time, and once we breached it, that was it. And, we broke that. Now the next real support level is 50,000. Okay, which is, we bounced right off of that, as you can see last week. But if we don't hold above it, we may see further sell-off there. Okay, so keep an eye on that, as this may still void itself. Now, looking at a daily, that's a nosedive. Okay, I mean, it kind of gave it away when it made this double top. Okay, as you can see that. However, the proof is in the pudding, and when it breaks support like that with so much momentum, that's even a more aggressive opportunity to get in. Okay, so we're trading close to the 50,000 level. You want to see it bounce off of it. If it doesn't, then it will break even lower. Okay, you can bet your bottom dollar, and we are going into the summer months now, so this is generally a time where there's further correction. Now, I spoke about Bitcoin last week exploding. Okay, this is a weekly chart of Bitcoin. Okay, you can see that right there, weekly chart, and we bottomed out back in March, as you can see there. We mentioned this last time. Back then, this 39,200-ish level. Okay, had you bought it back then, just 2 months, you would have doubled your money. Okay, which is an amazing rally for Bitcoin. And we're trading right now up here at 7,000, as you can see. Okay, and we're really midpoint between our resistance, upper resistance, and lower support level right there. So nothing really to me, you should jump into this. Okay, we're way above the moving averages, okay, because of this explosion. But the question is this pullback going to pull back further? How further is it going to pull back? Well, as a general barometer, the 6620-ish level is a support level right there, as you can see. I'm going to clear that up so you can see it a little bit clearer. But altogether, right there is a support level, 6625. So that may be actually a decent place if it does, pull back then, to actually buy it, okay, because it does look like it's changing character and getting stronger, okay, which may potentially give us an opportunity later this week. So keep an eye on this. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.